Hey, have you downloaded HipChat yet?
Hip what?
HipChat. It's our new internal messaging and chat solution.
Never heard of it. I use Skype.
Really? I prefer Slack.
HipChat is way better than Skype and Slack. Plus, Slack is being decommissioned on October 31st.
What? Why?
Different folks in different departments have been using different chat and IM solutions, and apparently it's become a bit of a problem. It's gotten to the point where some people have to have 3 or even more platforms open at the same time just to keep up with all the communications. Can you imagine just how confusing and time-consuming that could be? To put an end to the confusion, FordDirect is establishing HipChat as their preferred messaging and collaboration tool.
Yeah, I guess I see your point. Why HipChat, though? I mean, why not just pick Slack or Skype?
FordDirect evaluated both Slack and Skype, along with a number of other platforms, and ultimately selected HipChat because of some pretty unique and valuable features that it contains.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Well, for one thing, HipChat retains chat information. So if you join a chat late, you can still see all the previous postings in the chat room and get caught up on your own time. Another great thing about HipChat is that it can be used by our partners, like the folks over at Ford and the agency folks who work with us like GTB. That's not something we were able to do with Slack, which caused a lot of problems for the teams who were trying to collaborate and work together.
Now that you mention it, I do remember that being a problem with a project I worked on last year. Ford Security and IT wouldn't allow them to use Slack at all.
Another really important feature of HipChat is that we're able to control access to who views the chats. So if your team is working on a confidential project, you can set up a chat room that only your team members can get into. You can chat away and not worry that the wrong person will gain access to your chat messages. And given how important privacy and information security are to our business, this is a big advantage of HipChat over Skype or Slack or Google Hangouts.
Are you guys talking about HipChat?
Yeah, I'm trying to get these guys on board with it.
Are you kidding me? What's your concern? HipChat is great. I'm on the road a couple of days a week, and being able to IM from my phone is much better than being tied to my laptop.
It's mobile friendly?
Of course.
What about screen sharing? One of my team members works remotely, and it's a pain to have to set up a WebEx every time I need to share a timeline or PowerPoint.
You can definitely do that inside HipChat.
Will all of my Slack chat rooms transfer over to HipChat?
No, they won't, but all FordDirect employees will be given HipChat accounts by Monday, October 16th. Contractors will need to request HipChat accounts from IT. Plus, IT will be hosting a few HipChat Lunch and Learns later this month to get everyone up and running on the new tool.
One last question. I get that we won't be able to use Slack anymore, but what about Skype? Can I still use that?
Oh, sure, but only for one-to-one communication within the Ford environment. So, for example, you can use it with a Ford customer, but the best way to communicate and collaborate with FordDirect employees, contractors, and the agencies we work with is through HipChat.
Got it. Thanks.
Be on the lookout for an email from the IT department with the HipChat download URL and your default password. If you have an existing account with Jira, your HipChat password will be the same as your Jira password. Type in the download URL to access the HipChat download page. Click on the green download button and wait for the HipChat download status bar in the lower left-hand corner of your screen to complete the download process. Click on it and the install process will begin. Follow the instructions and click Finish. You're now ready to log in. You'll be presented with 2 options: log in with your HipChat account and log in to a HipChat team server. Do not choose log in with your HipChat account. Do choose log in to a HipChat team server. Click on Get Started. You will now be prompted to enter your team server address. Your team server address is https://hipchat.ngptools.com. Next, enter your FordDirect email address and the default password. Click on Login and you're done. Your new HipChat home screen will look similar to this, with a list of your fellow HipChatters down the center and common action buttons like New Chat, Search Filters, and Create a New Room in the upper left and right-hand corners. Let's take a look at some of the common functions that you're likely to use in HipChat. To start a new chat, click on the New Chat button in the upper left-hand corner. A search box will appear. Start typing the name of the person you're looking for, and the box will begin to populate with choices. Click on the person you're looking for, and start chatting by typing your message into the box at the bottom of the screen. To create a new room to chat with your team in, click on Create a Room. Give your room a name, and then tell people what your room is about. Decide if you want your room to be open to anyone at ForDirect, or if it should be a private room that only people you invite can enter into. If you're looking for a room to enter, or a person to chat with, just start typing the name in the search bar. Narrow down your search by using the filters in the upper right-hand corner. And there you have it. HipChat is easy to install and easy to get started using. If you have any questions about HipChat, please contact Samantha Pokrivka